Valorant patch notes 1.07. All right, a full patch this time. Killjoy gets her first major update, which should empower more counterplay against her Nano Swarm, as well as reduce its damage. Viper, Breach, Sova, and Sage get some worthy changes. All shotguns are aim punch and tagging tuned. So they're probably changing. So they're changing shotguns again. You can choose to remake a match under certain conditions. So you can remake. Ooh. Lots of tweaks to the observer tool, and you get some new features that should help keep your identity private in game. Does this mean streamer mode? I wonder. The patch also a part of an ongoing follow through on a promise to improve hit reg clarity, with several changes coming to the visual effects of hit impact markers. Agent updates, the thing that everybody cares about. Sage. Heal reduced from 100 over 5 seconds to 60 over 5 seconds. Self-heal reduced from 100 over 5 seconds to 60 over 10 seconds. So this means if she heals herself, it takes a lot more time to heal herself. That's kind of crazy. This is oof. So you heal really slow if you heal yourself. So it used to be if you had any amount of health, if you got healed by Sage, you'd instantly be max health. Now if you get hit to 1 HP, you'll be at 61 health, which changes it from you being one-shotted to you being two-shotted. So that kind of sucks, dude. Our goal is to reduce the amount of hitting done throughout the round. Disincentivize Sage from self-healing and make it more expensive to do so. Interesting. Slow orb size reduced by 30%. So as big as the area of the slow was, now it's about 1/3 less as big. So it's 2/3 of what it used to be. This should slightly reduce the power of slow orb and increase intentionality. Right now, slow orb unintentionally covers a lot more ground than it should if aimed properly. Now they nerfed her heal and they nerfed her slow. Okay, what else? Barrier orb cost reduced to 300. So it's not 400 anymore. Now it's 300, which means on Pissed Around you can get armor, wall, and slow. So you're not stuck just getting armor, wall. You get armor, wall, and slow. The wall forms at 400. After a 3-second delay, the wall becomes fortified to 800. If the wall gets put down and you instantly start shooting it, it only has 400 health, which makes it a lot easier to kill. So if you throw your wall like a noob and you just get shot instantly, it will instantly break, it seems like. So it's half the health it did before. It already seemed like it was super low. Now, if you shoot it instantly within the first 3 seconds, that thing is going to go boop, done. Our hope is to increase counterplay and barrier and reduce the strength of the wall during reactive use. Sage already was falling out of the meta in pro play. Most teams didn't run a Sage on most maps at all anyway. Now, they literally nerfed all 3 of her abilities. And maybe it was a sidestep with the wall because the cost was reduced. But you have to think about the wall res. If you know a Sage is going to go for a resurrection, her ultimate, and she throws her wall up and you shoot it instantly, well, she can't res. So this seems like a knee-jerk reaction that probably wasn't needed. Because like I said, maybe they're bouncing more around just comp than they are pro play. But like I said, in pro play, Sage already wasn't picked a lot because she's just not, she wasn't that good, especially after all the nerfs already. Then they nerfed literally all of her abilities. All of her abilities got nerfed. I don't care that the cost was reduced. They literally nerfed all of her abilities. All right, moving on. Killjoy. Nano Swarm, which is her Molly. Add a brief windup before damage begins. This means you have time to realize that you are in the Molly, or the Molly is there, and you have more time to run out of it now. Okay. DPS reduced from 60 to 40. Ooh, that's a pretty big nerf too. They did 2 things to nerf it. Visual effects have been added to make it slightly easier to spot the enemy on the ground. Stealth audio range has been slightly increased. You're walking up to find where the Molly is. You'll be able to see it and hear it from further away. The damage of the Molly itself was reduced by 1/3 again. And you have more time now to actually run out of the Molly before it actually does damage. Killjoy's Nano Swarm has been a terror to play against. It's meant to be a strong stalling and post-plant tool, but we feel it's currently dealing far too much damage and players aren't able to engage in the desired counterplay. I think that some of this was good, but again, I feel like instead of just doing one thing at a time and seeing how it does, they're just like, poof, everything's nerfed. Why just nerf one part of the Mai when they can do everything? I actually think in pro play, Killjoy is not that good. I think people are learning how to play against Killjoy really hard, and her ult is probably the big one that people use her for. So I do think that the damage was a little too high. I think it was higher than every other molly. So I think this probably puts it more in line with other mollies. But to lower the damage, add a windup and make it so you can see it from further away. That's just like that's a big nerf to her. So okay, let's keep moving. The turret. So they didn't touch her alarm bot and they didn't touch her ult. They only changed her turret and her molly. No longer revealed by Soba's recon bolt. Okay, I think this is a bug anyway. How you can see her turret through walls from anywhere. More effectively shoots an enemy's last known location. Okay, so it's just like a AI improvement. And the bug where the Sova arrow could see it from through the walls from far away. VIPER, toxic screen. Can be placed during the buy phase of rounds through spawn barriers. So her wall you don't have to wait for the spawn barriers to go down before you can place the wall. Toxic screen now goes faster along its full length once it starts to form. Does that mean, let's see what it says. This change should allow VIPER in many situations to get her wall placed pre-round and then join her team before the barrier drops, or create uncertainty by location when the round begins. Increase the speed of the wall rising should reduce the awkward period that occurs after it starts to rise, but isn't covering all the VIPER and her allies would expect. Okay. So this means you're able to put her wall down its full maximum potential pre-round before the barriers go down. Because right now it's like you can't shoot her wall through the barriers. So now they changed, you can put it wherever. They want to make it so that they don't know where she is, which I think is I actually think this is a good buff. And it takes less amount of time when you hit E for the wall to go up for the wall to actually fully form. So I actually I actually like this. That's a good one. Decay. Decay and all smoke no longer affects allies. Ooh. Even her ultimate. This is mainly targeted towards VIPER's pit, which I think is her ult, and should help reduce some of the unintentional counter she can do to her team while also opening new strategies for playing around her ult as a team. The area of VIPER has now shown her team's minimap when deployed. Now this is interesting. This actually makes her ult kind of sick post plants. Like, if you're in attack and you get the bomb done, you ult the site, bro. Her whole team can sit in the ult, take no damage. Like, I don't know. That seems insanely crazy. Maybe the change I would have wanted to see if they're gonna do something like this is make it so that the team in the ult pulses slower. Maybe the decay goes slower. Now we move on to the breach. These are not all the potential breach change we want to do, but as part of our ease-in intentional balance philosophy, we want to be measured. Stay tuned for more, potentially. My boy Breach. My boy Breach. Moving on. Flashpoint, which is his flash. Off-screen flashes now match a behavior of other flashes in the game and apply a minimum amount of flash more aggressively. So this means even if you turn from a breach flash, you're still going to get flashed a little bit. Or at least as equal to other flashes, because I'm pretty sure with breach flashes, they're the ones where like if you full turn from a breach flash, it wouldn't flash you like at all. Now if you full turn, you're gonna have there's a minimum amount of flash that you can get hit by, which I think is a good thing. Charges increased from 2 to 3, so now breaches have 3 flashes. That's the first agent in the game to have more than 2 flashes. That could be a big one. Reduces wind-up time from 0.6 to 0.5. I think this means that you have less time to turn from breach flashes now too. Interesting. Breach should be a choice pick in defensive entry and breaking utility. Breaking utility. While the flash's power was pretty good, too few tried holding him back on being able to provide this value for his team. Considering he needs teammates to capitalize on his flashes, this should make up for that cost by simply having more of them. I think wind-up time means how long it takes to pull his arm out. Any arm pullers? Maybe. That might be true. Yeah, this is I think as somebody who main breach in the beta and they haven't really touched him and he just kind of simply fell out of the meta because of how lineups were working and how different agents were picked. I think this could be, I don't know if this is going to be enough, but I guess we'll see. Rolling Thunder, which is his ultimate. Detonation delay between blasts decrease from 0.3 to 0.25. I think this means his ult moves faster now. So I'm thinking this means that maybe if he's ulting where you are, it's harder to dodge. Which again, was it really needed? Probably not. But yeah, I think it just makes his ult faster now. And finally, concussion. Concuss now de-scopes players and prevents rescoping. Finally, maybe a counter to oppers. Maybe this might actually counter oppers. If nothing else, this is his E. If nothing else, if you get stunned by breach, sorry, concussed, not stunned, concussed, you cannot op. You cannot scope. You are stuck. You move slow, your vision is blurry, and you can't rescope. And if you are scoped in the stun, well, unfortunate for you, you can't rescope. Weapon updates, all shotgun aim punch update. When getting headshot by a shotgun, so specifically headshotted, the aim punch will be lower than all the other weapons. All shotguns tagging tuned for targets beyond 10 meters. Hitting an enemy past 10 meters will apply a different tagging value to them instead of the standard tagging. New tagging, 30% slow for 0.5 seconds and a smooth curve going back to normal speed. The goal of these changes is to improve the feel of playing against shotguns and to ensure that they don't end up doing odd things. For example, tagging or aim punch behavior from longer than expected ranges, and then a teammate ends up killing someone who's debuffed. Or makes it hard to fight back against a weapon that should be deadly up close but fairly not throwing outside its effective range. Okay, so it just makes it so that you don't get fully aim punched from across the map, and you get your tagging. If you do randomly happen to hit someone from across the map with your shotgun, it's not going to tag them for the entire tag. They buffed the Vandal. Increased firing rate from 9.25 to 9.75. This means the gun shoots faster. Not as fast as the Phantom. I believe the Phantom shoots at 12 bullets a second, or 11 or 10 or something, which is okay. We don't want it to shoot as fast as the Phantom. It can't be even as the Phantom, but they did make it shoot faster. Increased damage from 39 to 40. That one extra damage, will it matter? I don't know. We'll have to find out. The goal is to bring the Vandal in closer competition with the Phantom. We believe these weapons aren't that far off in comparison. Hope these changes will do that. All right, so here is a video that outlines all of the changes, so we can see exactly how they are in game. So the clarification is that this patch does not go live, at least in NA, until tomorrow. So every game I play today will not have all of those changes in it. Dude, look how slow they heal now. Look at that. They heal for 3 a second. And look at her. She heals for 2 a second. Sometimes 1 a second. Oh my gosh. All those selfish sages out there that only heal themselves. That's me. If you heal yourself, it heals so slow. Look at this. Look at this. It's 2 a second. Sometimes even 1 a second. All right, so here's the old slow, and then here's the new slow. Look how you get it's 2/3 of the slow that it used to be. So 1/3 of the whole slow is cut off. Like, look, this whole thing was cut off here. It doesn't go as far here. It doesn't go as far here. So the entire radius has been brought in. I'm actually crying. All Sage mains in the chat are mauling right now. Okay, so here the wall was reduced. You can't really see because it gets cut off. But the wall used to be 400. Now it's 300. But you can see it starts off kind of scuffed, and then it'll eventually not be scuffed. See, there's like a 3-second cooldown time. So if you shoot it, dude, it took like, I want to watch it again. Let's count them. Let's count. It dies so fast. Interesting. It dies so fast. That wall. Okay. All right, here's the Killjoy Nerfs. So this is the before, you can see before and after. So it's a lot easier to see the molly from further away. Like it doesn't actually blend in as much. You actually have like the little around it. And look, it's got like little sparkies that fly off of it. So now it's really, you can really see it. I think this makes it so that you can't hide it inside of things anymore. Like you probably can't hide it inside of the bomb, and you probably can't hide it inside those little crates on Haven in a site, right? So I think that's a good thing. Okay, so this is going out and saying that you have time to run out of the molly before it actually starts damaging you, and it does damage way slower. Fine, okay. So now this is just showing that you can't track the sentry through the walls anymore. Stop pausing. I'm just trying to explain to you what it's going for the people that can't read Korean. This is just showing that you can actually throw the Viper wall through the barrier doors now, so you can actually get your wall up, and the wall goes up faster. And her ult, so this is showing you can actually see exactly where the Viper ult goes on the minimap for the team, and teammates don't take decay anymore from her ult. So look, this is before, this is after. Viper ult does not cause decay for her teammates anymore. That's what that was showing. Now Breach, let's show the Breach updates. So as you can see, Breach used to have 2 flashes, now 3. And it goes faster as well. This is his ult. It's like speed hack. I want it again. That's the old one. It goes so fast, dude. Oh, I'm sorry, Sammy. Oh, sorry, buddy. You scared me. Oh my gosh. It's like speed hack, bro. Okay, well, dude, Sammy was at my feet and he scared me. Oh my gosh, Sammy, I'm sorry. Okay, well, interesting. So that's pretty fast. Pretty good. They made it so that his cape doesn't do weird things now. Okay. They made it so that you can't see his cape when he jiggles. Oh, okay. I see. I think that's fine. Shotgun nerfs. Let's see what these did. This is the Vandal. This. Okay, it does 40 damage and 39. Okay. I have to actually physically feel the Vandal change, because I can't really tell from watching him. But they definitely buffed the Vandal. This is the remake ability.